Hi, I'm Sharon from feelgoodbody.co.uk. One of my jobs as a Pilates and a personal trainer is to teach people how to activate their core, and people come to me because they have a weak core, a weak back predominantly, and they've been told they've got a weak core, and they need to strengthen that. Maybe you just want great abs, okay? And I know I'm barely wearing anything today for a 47-year-old woman, but I want to show you the natural activation of your core, of my core. And yeah, I've got wrinkles, I've had 4 babies, I've got stretch marks, I've got slightly loose skin, but I think I've got fairly strong core. So excuse me, it's not perfect, it's not some of the top fitness model material, but I'm just going to give you some ideas of what to do, so I'm bearing flesh to show you today. Almost like the gold standard really for your core work might be the plank, mightn't it? So, and there's lots of these plank challenges going around, aren't there? So how long can you hold your plank for? Is it a minute, 30 seconds, a minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes? What can you do? So, and lots of people go straight into a full plank, go, oh, I can only hold that for 10 seconds. Okay, what you need to do with everything is build it up. Okay, just like when you first learnt to drive your car, you didn't just suddenly go 70 miles an hour down a major motorway. You learn in a clear environment, maybe a car park or somewhere, and you learn how to just put the car into gear, okay? And that's what I'm going to try and teach you today with your body, just to put it into gear and how to go off from there safely, okay? But also you want to just remember why we have a core. What does it do for us naturally? Now this is a big sort of conversation really that we could have another day, but about what originally is our core developed for. Okay, of course it's to brace and maintain our internal organs in the right place, to create stability for our movement, and maybe modern life doesn't need that much the work that it was designed to do years ago, like in the beginning and development of man. So perhaps we're less upright than we used to be because we're more sedentary, and so we're having to find different ways of challenging our core, aren't we? So gym memberships have gone up, or exercise classes, core classes have really accelerated. So let me show you ways of building up from basic work, and we'll talk another time about your core and its natural reactions and how it should work naturally. Here we go. So I'd get you to start, not in a full plank and see how long you can hold it for. I'd get you to start on your back. So I'd get you to come onto your back like here and just lengthen your arms back to feel the core naturally activate. By that I mean it just sucks and hollows away naturally. So I'm not now pulling my tummy muscles in. I'm just lengthening my spine by lengthening my rib cage away from my pelvis. Okay, so the rib cage away from the pelvis naturally lengthens your core muscles and they become toned and a little bit more activated there, okay? So then I'm going to add on a stressor. The stressor is going to be one leg elevated. Now if you really listen to your body, really feel it, you'll feel your core activate the moment you pick your leg up. So if you don't hold any contraction at all, but you pick one leg up, I'm sure you'll feel a sudden bracing. That's that core naturally activating that I was just talking to you about, okay? But some people have a misfiring of this. It doesn't work instantly, okay? So that's why perhaps in lots of Pilates classes you do this hollowing and bracing in, okay? So we can do that, okay? So I'm lengthening, hollowing, bracing in. Trying not to overflare my ribs, so just be careful of that. That probably doesn't look very nice at all. So I'm lengthening, hollowing, making sure I've got my natural arcs here, my natural curvature here, not flattening, okay? So don't do that. Try not to do that, okay? And then I'm going to add on my stressor. You probably saw my abdomen contract more. not there, okay? And then I'm going to add on another one, I'm going to add on a second leg, so brilliant. And you've probably seen this in a Pilates class, but this is an upturned plank, isn't it? If you take your hands up like that, that's like an easy plank version. So I'm going to show you this now in a plank version that's more traditionally seen. So this is how I would begin for somebody and see how they manage with that. If they can't hold form here, don't get up to a full plank yet. But you could challenge yourself by coming onto all fours. All you've got to do here is to lengthen your spine. Okay, so again, if you're collapsing here, collapsing in your lumbar spine, the core is not activated, but if you lengthen, not flattening your back, so be aware of that. So you want your natural dip here, rise here. Okay, back of the neck is lengthening out. So here we go, that's kind of generally your level one. You begin to lower your legs away from you. Okay, you can probably see them a little bit more activated there. You could begin to walk your hands out. That's a really great one to do. That's really quite as a challenge. And that's a differing approach to your plank. If you think you walk your knees out further, normally how about walking your hands out? So if I come forward here, then of course you've got your normal legs away position we get to. And then of course you could lift one leg up, you could take it out to the side, you could lift one arm up, you could lift an opposite arm and leg. Okay, so again you could do straight legs and walk your hands out from there, and then come back in again, and lots of ideas like that. But here, make sure that you're doing counteractive work as well. My son is a great rugby player. He's really incredibly strong, but he's got a hernia. And he's very strong, but he doesn't do, and I found this out only yesterday, he doesn't do counteractive work. And I asked him how he got his hernia. And he told me how he got it. It was during a training session and the position he was in. And I thought about it and I broke it down. I thought, do you know what? He hasn't trained for that particular motion in his body. He hasn't trained. He's trained isometrically, like in static position. Yes, he does sit-ups and things like that, but he's trained statically in a plank position, things like that, that are great for your core, strengthening your core. But we need to make sure that we are dynamic with our core too, that it is flexible and dynamic to stressors. So my son put his body under a stress situation by doing what he was doing in his rugby training. And he needs to enable his body, his muscles need to be flexible and strong, and that's ultimately the best combination you can have. So here's the counteractive work that allows the strengthening work that you've just seen being done, counterbalanced by a lengthening process. And that's basically your back bend, isn't it? Okay? So if you come into on your front position, you could literally lay with your arms in front and lengthen and lift your chest from there. Make sure you're lengthening, not just like compressing into your lower back. You could start with a very basic lift with your hands in front to support you. Okay? But lengthening, and it's really nice to do that through a rolling position, so you could have your hands there and your lift and your lower. So you do it in a nice controlled environment, and you can do lots of dynamic work from there. Plank, push up, back bend, okay? So that's some more dynamic back bend work that incorporates the strength and your flexibility work. I hope that's helped today. So much more to say. Keep watching, some more to come maybe another day. Okay, and keep doing the yin and yang, the hard, the soft, and hopefully you'll create a strong and a dynamic core. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Signing out, Sharon Skidmore at Feel Good Body. Thank you.